We have a fun Bitcoin clip if you want to get to that.
What do you mean?
I
want to get to that. You're champing at the bit over there.
Okay, so yeah, I've been saying we should get to this. So this is this went viral on Reddit. This is from the Ohio State University's commencement address at Buckeye Stadium here. And well, I think this clip plays for it explains itself, but we'll have a more zoomed in version after this. But here's them getting a message from a guy named Chris Pan, a social entrepreneur.
So I know this might feel polarizing, but I encourage you to keep an open mind right now.
No.
I see Bitcoin.
Wow. People are bombing all over.
It's decentralized and finite.
It's decentralized. It's decentralized.
So that was a guy named Chris Pan, a social entrepreneur. Let's actually just play his actual thing here, Bradley. Maybe even go a little bit earlier than this. Actually, no, this is about right. This is because we get the full context for his pitch here. You will not the actual thing where he pitches Bitcoin is decentralized and gets groans actually isn't the most cringeworthy part of like even that 3-minute section of video. Go ahead, Bradley.
Mechanics of investing are actually easy, but it comes down to mindset. The most common barriers are fear, laziness, and closed-mindedness.
So sorry, pause it real quick there. So could anybody think of another barrier to investing that we could maybe think about besides fear? What was it? Laziness and closed-mindedness.
Paper hands, obviously. Paper hands, that's one.
I thought he was going to do
have
fear
that
uncertainty.
mindset. Not a hodler.
Yeah.
I'd say I am a bit lazy. I'll be honest. I'm not super fearful, but I think the reason I've invested is I don't have capital to invest.
You haven't
I have to pay my landlord it for rent.
Right.
That's an excuse. It's never been easier to download an app. Ride your bicycle through a dangerous city to deliver people food who are ungrateful for it, and then lose all your money in a speculative asset on another app.
Correct.
All right, well, let's give him a chance.
Fear, laziness, and closed-mindedness.
Triple
Great
check.
investors are open-minded and understand things before other people. So I know this might feel polarizing, but I encourage you to keep an open mind right now. I see Bitcoin as a very misunderstood asset class.
Why are they? Okay, pause it. I'm so sorry. So
then you get to do a PowerPoint.
yes, he brought visuals. He brought visuals to the commencement. I mean, this is just like honestly such a disrespectful display to the educational process. Like, I'm sorry. Have an academic. Have a I would. If Oprah comes or an actor, I don't care. Have a former athlete come, somebody who actually like does something that has value.
As talent?
Yes, or has
talent.
This is just an this is a pitch to the graduates to like scam them that the administration approved.
No, that's a point I wanted to go in on because why did they invite this guy? Because he was homecoming king 25 years ago. He's a social entrepreneur, Mr. Pan, who graduated from Ohio State in 99, worked for PepsiCo and Facebook before starting his own company, My Intent. Let's take a look at the great things this company did to earn him a place on the stage. My Intent makes bracelets with a customer chosen word that helps the wearer remember to live intentionally.
This is like a one of those like pitches that you'd see on like Shark Tank. That's Dragon's Den for all of my UK fans out there. That would get you like kicked off by, Mark Cuban.
It wouldn't get you on the show.
So
honestly.
It's Livestrong bracelets for finance dipshits?
It's personalized Livestrong.
Right. Oh, look, I forgot to live intentionally today and also to take steroids.
Did I lock in today? Did I grind today? Fuck.
Yeah, but okay.
I used to love Livestrong bracelets, not the official ones.
I do think it is like especially grotesque in a year where we've heard of commencement speakers being removed for wanting to talk about social issues, global issues like what's happening in Palestine. And here we have a situation where it's like, can I promote a get rich quick scheme during my speech? Yeah, sure. Do you mind if I show this presentation on that get rich quick scheme that I have prepared? Yeah, we'll cue it up for you. Like, this is grotesque, especially this year.
USC canceled their commencement
Columbia
completely to avoid that valedictorian speaking, basically for safety concerns, supposedly. But and as you said, Columbia also canceled theirs. Like, no, OSU, no such problem, because this guy can just talk about how it's easy to buy a house with fucking Bitcoin.
He's not done yet, though.
Can I just mention also how loud those boos have to be for those mics to pick it up?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
In that first video, it was just like a iPhone video from like the crowd. It's gonna be loud, but they set up that system with the intent of it only picking up the speaker. You know, obviously there's gonna be chatter around, and they don't want that to be picked up. This is so loud that those microphones are picking this up.
It's decentralized and finite, which means no government can print more at will. In the early days, the exchanges for Bitcoin were prone to hacks and fraud, but the issue has been resolved with the recent launch of the Bitcoin ETFs backed by two of the world's largest asset managers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wow.
Sure, man.
So anyone
Sounds
can hold
decentralized.
these ETFs in your retirement account. I'd love to do a demo for you.
Love to hear about
President Carter.
Love to hear about retirement at my college graduation.
Yeah, but here's where the president, who actually is responsible for the charlatan being put on stage in front of educated people, like just certified educated people, he gets what has coming to him right here with this little demonstration.
Because someone named Graham Page writes in, OSU president chose this guy and has a large position in Bitcoin. Is that the truth?
I didn't know about his position, but it makes a lot of sense.
Love to do a demo for you. So President Carter, would you mind if I borrow your hand? So here, I have 4 quarters. Do you verify there are 4
Holy
quarters
shit.
here? Yeah. Okay, 4 quarters.
Now he's doing close-up magic.
If you entered the university here 4 years ago, 4 quarters is now worth 3 quarters of purchasing power. So that's the quarter that everybody lost due to inflation. Now the 3 quarters that are left, I'm going to put back here. Now, would you be the innovation, open-minded breath? Okay, a little more. Okay, I think we need a little more.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So this is the old quarter. You guys ready? Yep.
Fucking hate
What
everybody.
do we got? Bitcoin.
Oh my God.
I learned magic trick last week just to be able to have this moment.
Oh, well, it was worth
my
it.
God. I would have left. I didn't go to my own graduation because I was afraid it was going to be like this.
Yeah.
Like, and it would be hard not to leave. I would leave. You can mail me my diploma.
That president literally is like, get on with it, Chris. I'm not going to blow into your hand one more time.
And people just got to do the basic sort of math here. What's more likely, that this guy who makes bracelets for a living has this key to riches and wants you all to get in on that key too, to make all this money too? Because I'll be honest, if I knew about a secret commodity that I could buy up and is only going to appreciate in value, I'm not telling you dumbasses about it. I'm buying as much of that as the lowest price I can and then selling it later. I'm not being like, hey, everyone buy it. But if I was sitting on a whole bunch of it that I previously bought that I need to get out from under of, I would be saying, hey, everybody's going to want this stuff. Do you?
Bradley, I just sent a link.
Riches.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I just wanted to make sure that we have like the actual backing of what our wonderful viewer just sent us, because this is great context. That the Ohio State president, this was from a day ago, his connection to a nuclear Bitcoin mining operation. When the controversial speaker at Ohio State's Spring Commencement called for help with a Bitcoin demonstration on stage. He asked for an assistant who happened to be an industry player. Blah, blah, blah. Scroll down to the actual part here. Pan noted in an Instagram post the day before the ceremony that Carter is involved in a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin business. And while the pair share an apparent interest in cryptocurrency, Carter told NBC4 in a Wednesday interview that the connection was completely random. And then
totally random.
Yes. Federal documents backup plan statement 2021 filings with the U.S. SEC disclosed that Carter joined Bitcoin miner TerraWolf Inc.'s board of directors when it became a publicly traded company. But point being is that, yes, the president used this like opportunity for thousands of kids who like he's supposed to be responsible for educating to boost his speculative asset that he clearly has a ton of holdings in.
I mean,
so cynical.
What a perfect
That's American education.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Bitcoin, crypto in general, but Bitcoin specifically, is always looking for new suckers. Like they've churned and burned a ton of capital. Like a ton of people were burned in crypto between 2021 to 2023, 2024. And so they just need new suckers. And so going to a college, it's a little bit on the nose, but going to like new adults and being like, no, this is the best asset you can buy is like is the only way they're going to keep more people putting money into this asset. It's, I think,
they'd be in high schools if they could.
Yeah. Oh no, they would be in middle schools. There's never, it's never too early to start learning how to lose money in the stock market.
Yep.
That's when, people talk about defunding the humanities and the arts. That's what they want you to be doing. They want you to be either in like financial, going into trade schools or whatever, or to be getting into the investor classes early, or serving the investor classes early as possible.
It's depressing. It's not, you can't even be mad at that charlatan. It's like, how does he get invited up on stage?
If you hire a social
we know now. Now we know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's very clear why he was invited up on stage.
And
but
my
if you
assistant,
hire
randomly chosen from the crowd.
exactly, but like if you hire a social entrepreneur to come speak at any event, I think this is about as hard as what I would expect, like kind of timeshare-y, scamish, and some like pickup artist level magic. That's what I think of when I think of like a social entrepreneur.
Right. Or it's like you go to like a dinner party or a party or something, and you realize it's, your friend's like partner trying to get you to invest in their company or something like that. Like, geez, that's what this was about.
Your friend says something like, Chris Penn is an incredible example of taking everything you gain at Ohio State and applying it to find solutions that improve the world after graduation, said Ohio State President Walter Ted Carter Jr. As we celebrate commencement, I'm confident Chris will inspire our graduates and make their own impact. Like that is what's so gross about all this stuff. And we talked about this with like the Sagar thing of like, hey, don't protest the genocide, kids. What about your resume?
Yeah.
But like just like meaning being replaced by just soulless speculative interest is just really, it's the gross. It's
well, it's horrible because
anti-life.
like, I mean, not to get too whatever navel gazing, but like I find so much meaning in my job, and like that is, I feel really lucky about that because I really could have gone in another direction. And I think for a lot of people, like the idea that they're, I knew if I were to go to law school that I wouldn't, for the most part, like if I were to take certain jobs, I wouldn't find meaning in it, but I'd make some money. And it's like, for a majority of kids going through the educational process, they're being told this is meaningful, but does it feel it? It doesn't, right?
And in a way, we're kind of self-selected in that we did follow that, because I had went to school originally to be a audiologist, and because that would have been 6 figures out of college,
right?
And I just couldn't. I was like, I want to do this radio stuff.
I could live at home, and like I didn't have any college debt because my parents were lawyers and did well, and like if that's like just the lucky circumstances that I got into. But then I would, in another situation, I could have been at that graduation being like, I'm supposed to find meaning in mining Bitcoin, I guess. Like, I don't know.
You could be using your platform now to tell activists how to behave.
I could. Some
That's
people
where the real
have done
money's
that.
at.
What'd you say?
That's where the real money's at. I'm sorry, I was looking up all of the celebrities who went to Ohio State University to see if there would be anyone who would be better suited towards speaking at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I kind of stopped at JD Vance, and I was like,
Yeah. A lot of people have been to Ohio State.
Just kick Kirk Herbstreit back
Yeah,
there.
or C.J. Stroud.
And that's literally who I was thinking.
Oh, Mike Conley.
My new favorite.
Yeah, or Mike Conley.
Fucking Conley.
Yeah, let him.
I mean, he's busy now, but you know.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.